Assalamualaikum Dr. Sarah. Today we would like to present our research about the relationship between parenting style and child academic achievement. But before that, I would like to introduce my group members, which is Fairuz Nur Husna, Nur Mazatul Husna, Nur Hadisa Amani, Nurul Sabrina, and myself, Nurin Akilah. Without further ado, I will start with the introduction. The study shows how parental participation affects Malaysian students' academic progress and parenting techniques. Knowledgeable students contribute more to national prosperity. School achievement is affected by education policies. Moreover, parents' interactions and discipline indicate their parenting approaches. Parenting style affects every stage of life, from preschool to college. Educational goals require multiple approaches. Positive or negative strategies depend on the parenting style, which raises and trains the child. Next, I will pass to the next presenter.
Okay, thank you, Nuri. So next, I will explain about the problem statement. The study aimed to address the impact of parenting style on academic achievement among students in Malaysia. The research also acknowledged cultural variations in parenting style impacting children's academic achievement, while Tanya and Sana suggest a negative association between negligent parenting and academic success. Authoritative parenting appear to positively influence a student's school performance. Additionally, underscore the table for parents to focus on the learning process rather than exerting strict control over outcome. This study aimed to contribute to the existing knowledge by examining the specific relationship between authoritarian and permissive parenting style and academic achievement among Malaysian students, shedding light on the potential cultural nuisance in parenting approach and their impact on educational outcome. Next, I'll pass to the next presenter.
Thank you, Fairuz. Now, I will proceed with research objective. Firstly, to identify the relationship between authoritative parenting style and academic achievement among parents in Malaysia. Secondly, to identify the relationship between authoritarian parenting style and academic achievement among parents in Malaysia. Thirdly, to identify the relationship between permissive parenting style and academic achievement among parents in Malaysia. Next, I will pass to the next presenter.
So as you can see for research question, they have given three, which is RQ1, what is the relationship between authoritative parenting style and academic achievement among Malaysian students? RQ2, what is the relationship between authoritarian parenting style and academic achievement among Malaysian students? And lastly, what is the relationship between permissive parenting style and academic achievement among Malaysian students? I pass on next presenter.
Okay, thank you, Sabrina. Okay, for the method analysis, this study used a quantitative approach and data are collected through a questionnaire survey that is administered using Google Forms. Next, I'll pass to the next presenter.
Thank you, Virus. So as you can see for literature review, independent review in academic achievement, according to ASIF, it is actual completion of study in the classroom, like getting good grades and graduating from high school. Thus, from ASIF also too, define it as completing a piece of coursework in a given subject area. And lastly, according to Kendall Lazar, academic performance signifies the result of learning influenced by the teacher's instruction and the student's effort. So next, as you can see, is it also about independent variable. In independent variable, we also have authoritative psychological construct that contains the conventional techniques applied by parents to raise children. Let me share. So for the next, according to Kaipen, state that having a clear and consistent standard and norms by five levels of warmth, attentiveness, and support. This approach to raising children emphasize letting kids find their way while giving them the structure they need to thrive as adults. Secondly is authoritarian. Authoritarian parents are cold and distant and use punishment and control to enforce regulation for ASIF. Last, according to SIT, authoritarian parenting also as demanding and unresponsive. And lastly, permissive. According to SIT, it is slow, demanding, and high responsive, setting few or no rules of standard and letting kids make their own choices without much help or structure is part of this parenting style. So I pass on to next presenter.
Now I'll be presenting about the research method that is being used in this research. First is research design. We use a descriptive research where you can describe the characteristic of the variables. Second is types of investigation. We use a correlational where we identify the important factor associated between two variables to know whether they have a relationship or not. Third is study setting. This research is non-conjunctive. It can be defined as a natural environment where work proceeds normally. And for its unit analysis of this research, the unit analysis is individual, where we collected the data among parents in Malaysia. The comparison that we use is cross-sectional, which is suitable to be used in this research since the data will be collected only once from an individual. The info and population that we focus is the parents who has kids in Malaysia. And the sampling technique that we use is non-probability sampling, which is considered a simple sampling. It is recognized by researcher tools to collect data from a responder that is conveniently available to provide. Also, it is the best way of getting some basic information quickly and efficiently. Lastly, we collect the data using a questionnaire where participants can fill out the form through the internet platform. The online question was conducted via fill out the form by Google Form and distributed in social media until it reached 123 respondents. And data analysis, we use a SPSS to accurately analyze the data and summarize the data that has been gathered. Descriptive analysis also will be used in this research, whereby academic achievement is an independent variable and parenting style are independent variable. Next, I'll pass to the next presenter.
Okay, next I'm going to explain regarding reliability tests. Based on the result, all variables successfully obtained a high Cronbach alpha value with a more than zero point 0.6. For authoritative, the Cronbach alpha value is 0.812, which is good, followed by authoritarian with 0.804 and permissive 0.683, and lastly academic achievement 0.784. All the Cronbach alpha value exceeding zero point 0.6 signifying the acceptability of the measure for each items, and it's affirmed that all the items used in the study were relevant. Next, I'll pass to the next presenter.
Now I'll be presenting about descriptive statistic. According to the data, the permissive parenting style had an average score of 3.5. While this bill represented the average for permissive parenting, authoritative and authoritative parenting style have a better scores in the mean. But according to the data in the table, responded preferred authoritative parenting, which had a higher score value among the independent variables. The standard deviation for authoritative, authoritarian, and permissive parenting style respectively were 0.527, 0.673, and 0.527. Next, I'll pass to the next presenter.
Okay, next is multiple regression. We ran a multiple regression to see if there was a significant relationship between child academic achievement and each independent variable. In the regression, the R-square value indicated a 17.9% variance in child academic achievement, with a significant value of 0.045 for permissive parenting style. This shows that only permissive parenting style has a considerable influence on the link between independent factors and child academic achievement. We find that parenting style has no significant effect on the association between the independent variable factors and child academic achievement. Okay, next is the part of answering and result for RO, research objective. The first RO is to identify the relationship between authoritative parenting style and child academic achievement among parents in Malaysia. Based on finding, there is no relationship between authoritative parenting style and child academic achievement, so it is insignificant and rejected. Move to RO2 to identify the relationship between authoritarian parenting style and child academic achievement among parents in Malaysia. There is also no relationship between authoritarian parenting style and child academic achievement based on the finding. So it is insignificant and rejected. Both of these independent variables is below 0.05. Last but not least, RO3 is to identify the relationship between permissive parenting style and child academic achievement among parents in Malaysia. Based on the research, there is a relationship between permissive parenting style and child academic achievement, so it is significant and accepted. Next, I'll pass to the next presenter.
Thank you, Anissa. So as you can see, for recommendation, there are two types, which is for this research, which is first, cultural dynamics, a qualitative investigation. It must give specific to the situation, intricacies of parenting approaches. Second is organize extensive interviews and focus group in cultural situation. However, choosing a suitable sample size and demographic for research needs be a careful consideration. This explanation explains that population selection diversity must choose a varied and representative sample and a diverse and also inclusive population sample aids in finding patterns and trends that may be unique to various populations, providing a more complete knowledge of the link between parenting methods and academic achievement. So I will pass on to the last presenter.
So, based on the objective of our research, which is to identify the impact of parenting styles on academic achievement among children in Malaysia, we successfully achieved our goal of determining the relationship between parenting style and academic achievement. Additionally, we aim to determine whether there is a significant impact of employing any specific parenting style. This also allows us to conclude whether our research was successful or not. In addition, we were able to evaluate the prevalent parenting style used by most Malaysian parents in educating their kids. As part of this, we identified that parenting styles moderately impact their academic achievement. That's all for us. Thank you.